What does Blatter's resignation mean for the future of FIFA and football? Joining us from Portugal to discuss all this is Germano Almeida. He's a sports journalist at an online football newspaper. He was formerly communications director for the Portuguese League for professional football. Germano, thanks for being on our program.
Thanks, Asieh, for having me.
So just a few days ago, Sepp Blatter was re-elected, appeared defiant in the face of mounting corruption. So what changed in just a few days?
Well, I think this is a great day for world soccer and for FIFA, because FIFA needs revolution. And of course, Mr. Blatter was not the guy to do and can make that revolution, because despite the fact of he was re-elected for a fifth term 4 days ago, that election, as Luís Figo, the Portuguese candidate, said when he explained why he wouldn't go to the vote, that election were a forgery. It was a bad process. And Mr. Blatter was very near of very close of the 14 guys who were arrested or indicted by US justice some days ago. And this is a time to a change, and this resignation is a signal to a change.
And we're getting some reports in US media that Mr. Blatter himself is now under an investigation. Do you think perhaps that had anything to do with his decision to resign?
Sure, of course it was, because Mr. Blatter is president of FIFA since 1998. It's been 17 years. He knows a lot. He has a lot of power. And as we understood the last days of what US justice showed us, FIFA procedures last 2 decades were much about things like possible corruption, briberies, money laundering, racketeering, and that procedures of big decisions of World Cup attributions, organization of Qatar, Russia, even South Africa or Brazil, Mr. Blatter at least knew some of that things. And Jerome Volk, he's number 2, he's also with some problems, big problems of that $10 million possible scheme with South Africa. So the turmoil was just too close to the power, and Mr. Blatter decided to go, and I think he's been making a good decision.
So, Germano, what now? FIFA has a dark cloud hanging over its shoulders. It has been tainted with allegations of corruption, bribery. So does a new leader, whoever that person might be, necessarily mean a totally different FIFA?
Sure. I think despite we don't know still who will be Mr. Blatter's successor, we just must think about this. FIFA needs a new time, needs revolution, needs new procedures, fresh blood, new ideas. If you see in last 2 decades, FIFA who were in power in FIFA were guys with a lot of power, a lot of money, old men, and they were sound untouchables. And so we need ethic reform, we need new procedures, and we need also transparency, democracy, some issues that Luís Figo and also the Prince Ali bin Al Hussein told during the campaign. I think could have other candidates as Michel Platini, UEFA president, despite he was a bit close of Mr. Blatter still some time. There's a new time in FIFA, no doubt.
So what is your thought on Jordan's Prince Ali? Is he still a contender? And how does this process work? When will we know who the new leader of FIFA will be?
Oh, I think, as I said, today is a great day because it's a day of change, and FIFA needed to change and need a great revolution. So Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, of course, had some support. He made his way. Probably he will be a candidate also, but Portuguese Luís Figo was also a candidate. I don't know if Michel Platini is thinking also to be a candidate. If Michel Platini, UEFA president, will be candidate, probably he'll get the support of almost always national associations of Europe. It can be also other candidates, but again, the most important is that it will be new new ideas and fresh blood to FIFA. And I'm very curious about the Michael Garcia report that has been delivered in last September about things of possible corruption in Russia and Qatar. And I'm waiting that the ethics committees of FIFA could release publicly that report.
All right, Germano Almeida, we certainly appreciate your time. Thank you.